Hey everybody, and welcome to Long Story Short with Uncle Jeff. Today we will be visiting Ikoria, the Lair of Behemoths. It's time for the Sundered Bond. First off, we need to meet these two lovebirds, Lucca and Jorinna. Lucca and Jorinna both hold high-ranking positions in the Coppercoats. The Coppercoats are the people who defend the great city of Dranith from the monsters that roam the wild. They're also led by General Kudro, who happens to be Jorinna's father. If you were to pick up a dictionary on Ikoria and look up the word stern, it's just a picture of this guy. The general is not what you might call open-minded. Despite this, Lucca and Jorinna were able to get the general's blessing and are now engaged to be married. Anyways, when he isn't flirting with the general's daughter, Lucca is one of the best monster slayers in Dranith, and today there is an urgent need for a monster slayer. Apparently, some giant winged cat monster broke through the outer defenses and killed a bunch of people. Lucca assembles his team of elite monster hunters and they head out to track the thing down. They find the cat monster hiding on a farm and prepare to kill it. But this monster is faster and smarter than anything Lucca has ever hunted. It kills 3 of Lucca's squad mates one by one. Lucca is powerless to stop it. Lucca's only remaining squad mate goes to flee as the cat monster returns for another attack. But it doesn't kill Lucca. There's a green flash of light that connects the monster to Lucca for just a moment. Lucca can feel the monster's feelings, and then he blacks out. He wakes up in the citadel of Dranith. Apparently, this cat monster decided not to kill him, and ran away. Lucca's only surviving squad mate had carried him home. Jorinna is now here, and Lucca tells her what happened. She immediately rushes to meet with her father, but she's unable to speak with him before Colonel Bird shows up. Colonel Bird tells the general what happened, and then leaves. Jorinna tries to convince the general that the reports were wrong, but it is too late. The general is now convinced that Lucca is bonded to this cat monster. Over the last year, a number of hunters had found themselves bonded in the exact same situation as Lucca, and each of them turned against Dranith. Jorinna tries to tell her father that this is madness. Lucca loves Dranith more than anything. He would never betray his home. The general does not respond, but it is clear he intends to have Lucca killed silently. So Jorinna returns to Lucca to help him escape. There are too many guards, so Jorinna pretends to be Lucca's hostage. Lucca agrees and holds a knife to Jorinna's neck as they flee the city. Then Lucca and Jorinna part ways. The general is furious and deploys all the Coppercoats. The city is flooded with guards and Lucca's escape seems impossible. But he's saved by a spectral green elk. Vivian Reed is here, and for some reason she wants to help Lucca. The two of them run off into the wilderness. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, General Kudro is unwilling to let Lucca escape. Jorinna tries to convince him to just let Lucca go, but the general is very stubborn. He hires a team of mercenaries and sends Jorinna along with them. Jorinna and the mercs head out into the wilderness. Meanwhile, Lucca and Vivian have made it to safety and can finally stop running. Vivian explains to Lucca that she is from very far away and has come here to study the monsters. She could sense the bond that Lucca and the cat monster shared, and was looking for the source of it. Vivian is very curious about this strange plane, where each monster appears to be its own unique species. Lucca isn't really concerned with Vivian's research, but it turns out she can track the monster he's bonded to. Lucca figures that if he can kill the monster he's bonded to, he can prove to General Kudro that he hasn't turned on Dranith and joined the monsters. So Vivian and Lucca set out after the cat monster. They are almost caught up to the cat monster when a nightmare monster attacks. Vivian and Lucca fight back, but this creature is far too powerful. The nightmare is about to eat Lucca when the cat monster shows up. It kills the nightmare, but not Lucca. Lucca hates this creature for slaying his friends and for getting him kicked out of Dranith. But before he can kill the cat monster, he feels more of its feelings. He sees a vision of the great crystal known as the Ozolith. Lucca realizes that this crystal is somehow compelling the monsters to attack Dranith. Then Jorinna and the mercs show up. Jorinna just wants to talk to Lucca, but the mercs are more interested in getting paid. They fire a net at Lucca, and the cat monster moves to save him. The cat monster drives back the mercenaries, picks up Lucca and Vivian, and then flies away before Jorinna can do anything about it. The mercenaries aren't very happy that their payday got away, so they go to the city of Skysail to get an airship. Jorinna goes with them, determined to see that Lucca returns to Dranith alive. Lucca and Vivian run into some bonders in the wilderness. As it turns out, there are quite a few people who are happily bonded with their monsters and enjoying all that nature has to offer. The bonders love their monsters, and when they hear that the Ozolith is compelling them to get hurt, they all agree to investigate it. Vivian reveals that she has her own reasons for going to the Ozolith. She explains that she is from another plane called Scala. Scala was destroyed by Nicol Bolas, and so for many years Vivian sought revenge, but now Bolas is defeated and Vivian has no home to return to. Lucca has only been away from his home for a few days, and he can't bear the idea of never returning. He feels sorry for Vivian, and he's even more determined to impress the general and return to Dranith. Vivian explains that another planeswalker has been here, and this planeswalker has tampered with the Ozolith. Vivian doesn't know what that planeswalker did, but she's sure it isn't good. So Vivian and Lucca, and the other bonders, and all their monsters, head off to the Ozolith. The Ozolith has a number of nightmare monsters defending it. The other bonders agree to distract the nightmare monsters, while Lucca and his cat fly overhead and investigate the Ozolith. And just as they do, Jorinna and the mercs show up on their airship. The Bonders are now trapped in a fight on both sides. The Mercs kill one of the Bonders with a ballista and prepare to kill another. Lucca makes it to the Ozolith and touches it. He has a vision, and there is a voice. It asks him what he wants. At first, Lucca says he wants to go home, but the voice reminds him that it isn't that simple. To go home would mean a number of things would have to change. Lucca realizes what he truly wants is the power to change things, change them to the way he wants them, the power to make things the way they used to be. And the voice offers him this power. Lucca finds that the Ozolith gives him the ability to connect to every single monster. All of the nightmares instantly obey Lucca's command. He sends them all to attack the airship. Lucca also takes control of the Bonders monsters. The Mercs have powerful weapons, but Lucca doesn't care. He has plenty of monsters to hurl at the ship. The Mercs are overwhelmed and the airship is destroyed. The Bonders are furious at Lucca, who sees monsters only as a tool. Lucca doesn't seem to understand. As far as he is concerned, the wilds are full of monsters. If one monster dies, you can always get another one. But Vivian and the Bonders see each life as having value, even the life of a monster. Vivian tries to attack Lucca, but Lucca is too powerful now. Lucca's monsters defend him, and Vivian and the Bonders are forced to flee. Lucca searches for Jorinna, but he can't find her. He also can't find his cat monster. But Lucca doesn't care about it anymore. After all, he has an army of monsters. He can defend Drannith without risking the life of a single coppercoat. Even the close-minded General Kudro could not turn down an army of monsters. Lucca is sure that this is his ticket home. Meanwhile, Jorinna is back at the Citadel. When the airship was destroyed, Lucca's cat monster saved her. It knew how much Lucca cared for Jorinna, and it did what it could to return her to safety. The general is there, and he is very concerned. He claims that the people have lost their faith in Jorinna. They saw her return on a monster, and they think that she might be a traitor, just like Lucca. But Jorinna realizes that when her father says the people have lost faith in her, he really means that he has lost faith in her. To prove herself, Jorinna must execute the cat monster in front of the city. Jorinna tries, but she can't bring herself to kill the monster that saved her life. So the general kills the cat monster and has Jorinna quietly placed under house arrest. Lucca senses the death of his cat monster, but it doesn't bother him. He has an army of monsters. He marches on Drannith and sends word that he wants to parley with the general. The general accepts, but he has no intention of making a deal with Lucca. As far as Kudro is concerned, the monsters will never be allies of humans. He goes to Jorinna and tells her that she has another chance to prove herself. During the parley, she is to kill Lucca. Jorinna refuses, but General Kudro doesn't care. He has her brought to the parley by force. Even if Jorinna won't help him, the general knows that she will distract Lucca. Lucca meets Jorinna and General Kudro, and they begin to talk. Lucca can't believe that Kudro won't accept the monsters. Jorinna approaches Lucca. Kudro allows it, hoping that she will kill Lucca. But Jorinna begs Lucca to send the monsters away. Lucca presses her, and she admits that the general wanted her to kill him. Lucca is furious, and he summons the monsters he had hiding below the parley. The general is cut off from his forces, and Lucca stabs him. Even Jorinna can now see that Lucca is an enemy to Drannith. This time when she approaches Lucca, she does intend to kill him, but Lucca is too fast and evades her attack. Lucca's army is attacked by the Coppercoats, and Lucca lets his monsters defend themselves. The Coppercoats are defeated, and very few of them survive to return to Drannith. Jorinna also makes it back to Drannith, where Colonel Byrd has taken command. The Bonders and Vivian are there, and they want to help defend Drannith from Lucca. Colonel Byrd says that the Bonders are not welcome, but Vivian reminds Jorinna that she has just as much right to rule as Colonel Byrd. Jorinna orders the Coppercoats to arrest Byrd, and to her surprise, they obey her. Jorinna is now the leader of the Coppercoats, and she tells them to let the Bonders and their monsters inside the wall. It's only a matter of time before Lucca arrives at the wall. Lucca can see the people of Drannith will not accept him. If he is to have his home back, he will need to take it by force. So Lucca attacks Drannith. The wall of Drannith is great and heavily defended. Lucca's monsters are stretched thin, but he does not give up the attack. He hears a voice in his head that gave him the power. It warns him that the Ozolith can only be stretched so far. But Lucca doesn't care. He doubles down on his assault. He is determined to reclaim his home. Then, the Ozolith shatters. Lucca's power subsides. He watches as his last chance to go home fades away. And then his spark ignites. Lucca is whisked away across the blind eternities. He finds himself on a swamp on some distant plain. He reaches out and feels the beasts around him. He still has a sliver of the power of the Ozolith, and he realizes that it is not over. One day, he will return to Drannith. And that's how the Sundered Bond ends. What will happen next? Will Lucca make it back to Ikoria? Will Jorinna be able to defend Drannith from the never-ending monster attacks? And who is the planeswalker that Vivian claimed had tampered with the Ozolith? We'll find out next time. In the meantime, do you ever get tired of spending all your days on a single planet? Sounds like you need to check out Intrepid Explorer. It's the latest hot game from the Wizard of Ozvath, and it is completely free. You can download it for Android on the Google Play Store. Doing so is not only super fun, but it also supports the channel and allows us to spend more time making videos. Anyways, I've been Uncle Jeff. Thanks for watching!